Yeah, I might change
Hello,
from OBS
hello,
because
viewers and listeners. Hope you're doing well. Today is episode number 103, and it's good to be back. I was just talking to Franco how good it is to have like a chill, relaxed Monday evening where we can just talk about films. How's it going, Franco?
hello, welcome viewers. It's all doing good. I'm also streaming on Twitch via twitch.tv slash the Maltese Leftist. But if you want to avoid the ads on Twitch, usually we don't play ads. Please consider watching via don't play the YouTube channel, Ad Lib Podcast. Give it a like, subscribe, or else you know what happens. I've been doing good. Finally got back into the editing grind. Yesterday, I went and submitted the two of my short movies to at least 36 festivals.
Nice.
I didn't spend $1, but I found some good free entry festivals with free, like there was no fee. I said fuck it, let's try, and we'll see how it goes. And yes, finally watched a movie, finished also a series, and looking forward to start a new one as well now.
Nice.
I'm finished Mussolini the series. But before we start, these past episodes, I forgot to ask you this really important question.
You have. Shame.
Yes. This is a life or death question. What is the Ad Lib podcast all about?
Feels like ages since I've been asked this question.
Yes, I know, right?
I'm glad you asked because our viewers want to know what the Ad Lib podcast is all about. So the Ad Lib podcast is all about films, all about series, and I don't think I'm even going to add the video game part. But at this point, I
am playing, but mostly I'm playing like retro games, like Super Metroid, Metroid Zero Mission. I'm playing Hades as well. I'm really liking Hades.
Fair enough.
And I did watch a bit of the State of Play, and it was a bit like, it's fine. You know, there's nothing to write home about, almost.
I'm really looking forward to, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I'm really looking forward to the new Assassin's Creed game.
Why is it an unpopular opinion?
I don't know, everyone seems to hate it. I mean, I guess it's because it's Ubisoft and everyone hates Ubisoft, and I hate Ubisoft, but I mean, Ubisoft is some of my favorite games, so...
yeah, but hating it because of Ubisoft is understandable, but I hope they don't hate it because AI Samurai. No, that's Yasuke. Read books, not play games.
I'm really looking forward to that, and I don't know if you've heard about this, Franco. Avowed. It looks fun. I'm just gonna pop it up right now on the share screen. Hopefully we don't get taken down.
I heard it wasn't the reviews. They were not too kind on it. That's all I know about Avowed.
Really? Oh no. I haven't been, to be honest, keeping up with kind of like with the reviews.
Reviews.
So on. But okay. Yeah, it's unfortunate if it's not getting good reviews. Unfortunate, but anyways, it is what it is.
I mean, if it's fun, you know, at the end of the day, are you enjoying the game, guys? If you enjoy the game, keep playing it. You know, like there was so many. Sometimes it gets so buried into controversy, the game, that then it's like, oh, I actually enjoy playing the game. It's like it's so much.
Yeah, I remember that Star Wars game, Franco. That got some really mid reviews. I had a really good time playing the last.
Which
Star Wars
one?
Game.
My brother didn't.
Outlaws. I did quite enjoy it, to be honest.
My brother didn't like it. By the way, welcome, Fancy Philip Flop. He's ready with his popcorn. He's corned up.
Good stuff. If you're looking, I don't know if anyone is watching on YouTube. I'm sharing some of the gameplay right now. Maybe you want to share it as well, Franco.
I'm also streaming the podcast right now, so they can see it via YouTube as well. So
yeah.
It's a reactception.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, the chat in YouTube, say hi. We don't bite here.
The chat on YouTube is really quiet. Lots of lurkers on YouTube. I guess maybe it's the age gap as well. Maybe a bit on the
age gap and the time because I have US viewers mostly, so could be that we have the US viewers.
Anyway, shall we get into it, Franco? Do you want to talk about what you've been watching and doing recently?
So I've been back into the grind editing. I'm editing. I have to edit 2 short movies. I've been to a really, I think you can go I don't know if you can go and show John Carbonaro's. He shot a short movie and an action short movie, an action comedy with Bernard Satariano. Shout out to both of them; they're really good, capable actors. And so I have to edit that now. So there's that. There's also editing the movie for the April Fool's Short Film Festival. Let's do give them a shout out as well. What is the April Fool? That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, good stuff.
So we have this is one of our major stuntmen as well. I actually met old like I met an actress I worked with in MADC so long ago. Can you imagine? And she's now she's now also like an action star stunt woman. So it's great.
Nice.
It was quite fun, very funny as well. So I hope to make it. I hope that I edit it to its full potential. Then I have another one. Let's put up the April Fool's Short Film Festival.
Do they have socials, Franco? Do you know?
I think they have the group, and they have also the logo, and it's also in the meantime I can also do Indie Dog Malta if I'm not mistaken, or Indie Dog Film.
I've got the group here on Facebook. Yeah.
So we can show it. So yeah, this is basically in Malta in April Fools and in Halloween we do this short film festivals. We're very self-sustainable here. And this is the comedy one. The one in October is the horror one. And yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on mine, which I had to shoot, direct, and edit, and also take care of sound with. Very guerrilla style, but hopefully it turns out, not hopefully, it will turn out proper. I need to just really grind on it. And yes, I got back to watching some stuff. I binged Son of the Century. I can give it a quick review so that we don't take much time. Mussolini Son of the Century, guys, do check it out. I know. Last time I said it's like Mussolini sounds like, if for someone who doesn't know who he is, sounds like some sort of pasta.
Pasta
Mussolini. Mussolini, tagliatelle, fusilli, you know. But it's based. So I'm reading of the logline in Letterboxd based on the book M. Il figlio del secolo. This series follows the rise of power of Benito Mussolini from 1919 to the assassination of Giacomo Matteotti, who was the Italian socialist leader of the time. It's a great series. It doesn't justify Mussolini whatsoever. It actually shows him what kind of a Trumpian figure you would call it, because the parallels are amazing, because he's not if it wasn't for his speeches and for his charisma, he has nothing else. Plus he had a personal vendetta. It shows that he started with the socialist. He had a personal vendetta against the socialist. And basically he became someone who, whatever you throw at him sticks, as long as he looks good. And that is basically, if you want to see a good dissection of fascism, this is a great series.
He was not an idiot, huh? He could read the Times. That's and not read the Times like the newspaper. Read the Times like read the mood of the people. Let's put it that
way. But again, it's like Trump. I mean, he can read the room. He can read the room, and then just basically put the people into a frenzy, of course. And the series doesn't shy away from showing encoding. Oh no! Just a second. I have a bit of that's fine. I have some overloading. That's why it's. So bear with me a second. Anyway, as long as it's not effing, guys, let me know if it's effing. So yeah, it doesn't shy away from the violence that was meted out to anyone who dared oppose the authority of Mussolini. It did lose a bit of its steam in the 6th and 7th episode, but then by the 8th episode, the last and the ending of Goosebumps, when no one dared go against the guy, and it left me with a sense of anger because no one dared to like. And he says he really. I really like the breaking of the fourth wall because he challenges you. Like you see, silence. No one spoke.
Yes.
Like
Yes. That aspect of the series was brilliant. I'm on the fourth episode right now. I need
oh,
to find the
okay.
time. This week I'll have some more time to watch it, and yeah, probably finish it off this weekend.
Did you get the part of the futurist poet? Because
I don't think
um
so.
uh,
No.
that's a really well made scene, and the marriage of futurism and editing was perfect in it. So
I mean, it's directed by
and
Joe Wright. No,
Joe Wright,
Joe
yeah,
Wright. So I mean, Joe Wright is a brilliant director. He's made some
yeah.
of my favorite period pieces. Like Pride and
Atonement,
Prejudice is just should not be this good. Although I love the book Pride and Prejudice, mind you, but
mm.
this film is one of the best, like
Huh.
of the last few years. One of the best, like the
Yes,
direction and the editing and
yeah,
that. Oh,
yes, guys. Andrea likes period pieces.
oh
Yes,
me, costume dramas. I live for costume dramas.
Bridgerton, like he loves Bridgerton.
No, wait. I like Bridgerton. I appreciate the costumes and I appreciate the sets
Sorry,
and the good
sorry,
production design.
Not Bridgerton,
No, actually,
not
I quite
Bridgerton.
enjoy Bridgerton. I just haven't watched the last season, unfortunately, because of time.
Don't Downton Abbey.
Yes, Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey is my shit.
There you have it, guys.
I love Downton Abbey, man. Downton Abbey is life. Man, I'm waiting for the new Downton Abbey film, if they're making one.
Anyway, and obviously I watched The Gorge before I got online, so there's that.
Yeah,
And The Gorge, we'll talk about it later on.
definitely.
Interesting movie. Some stuff that I didn't like, but
Yeah.
interesting movie. I liked that he swung a bit. So there's that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later on, definitely.
Spiffy Jug Spiffy Juggins. Oh no, Spiffy Juggins. Downton Abbey fucks.
It does. I love Downton Abbey. In my case, it's been a very busy week, but I've had to watch a lot of films. Well, I mean, I say had to because it's for university, but I mean, it's a good thing as well because I enjoy watching films.
Wow. Wow. Such a such a bad chore, to watch movies.
I mean, some of the
How do you
films I
Spiffy
had to
Juggins?
watch, I had to watch a film, Franco. It's called Wild Wild West. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, way out of Will Smith.
Yes.
Listen,
I had to stop.
listen,
I had to stop.
listen.
Like, I couldn't.
I might stop it now, but when I was younger, I enjoyed it. I especially like the spider
I,
scene. That's it. But
I can't. I had to stop like the last half an hour. Like, how many bad jokes are there? Can you fit in one film? Like, it's ridiculous. I, like Salma
I
Hayek
mean,
is if this film had to come today, like Salma Hayek's role would be torn to pieces. Like, just for
oh my,
how overly sexualized her character is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yes, it's Salma Hayek. It's true, but
yeah.
uh,
Like I said, I was young. Some of the stuff just went over my head. In fact, the Shreyaks, hello, the Shreyaks, long time no see. He says, "Wild Wild West is hilarious,"
uh,
but I think for the wrong thing. I mean, listen, Barry Sonnenfeld is not a bad director, especially considering he made
no,
Men
he's
in Black,
made Men in Black. Yeah, Adam's Family is fine. I like
Adam's
Adam's
Family,
Family. Yeah. I haven't watched any of the rest. I've watched all the Men in Black, but I haven't watched this Get Shorty. I don't know what that is.
Get
I
Shorty, Lalo.
I had to stop Wild Wild West. I could not continue. For the life of me, I could not continue watching it. It's the. I mean, maybe it's the humor is outdated as well. I'll give it that.
Yes, yeah.
So
In fact,
definitely.
in fact, Spiffy Jenkins said, "I love Kevin Kline and Salma Hayek, but that was her typecasting at that time, and unfortunately, which
Yep,
is true.
I agreed,
Yeah,
100%.
it's not an intellectual film, but it's fun," says the Shreks. I mean, but then I had a difficulty watching Emilia Perez for me. It's supposed to be an intellectual film, but it's no fun whatsoever. So it's okay,
Anyways,
Spiffy Jenkins. So, okay.
So I watched a number of World War One films as well because we had a lecture on World War One films. They Shall Not Grow Old, which is great. Always good to rewatch it. This I highly recommend, viewers and listeners, if you haven't checked this out. Many Wars Ago is a fantastic film by Francesco Rosi. It really highlights the idiocy in the upper class in Italy and the generals and these like outdated ideas they had of war and of glory, and it's just really beautifully portrays. The enemy was not the opposition fighters, the opposition soldiers. The enemy was the ruling class in this film, and I think it's a fantastic Marxist portrayal of World War One.
And listen, and it is part of the, like, at that time, part of the dissatisfaction is what gave rise to Mussolini as well, which the series touches upon it. So I will watch this. Francesco Rosi is one of my favorite political director, but no politic here, no politics.
Yeah, that's more or less. J'accuse, I accuse, all good World War One films, some better than others. Had a couple of. I had Roman Holiday for Valentine's Day. Last year, do you remember, Franco? I had not tricked, but kind of tricked Tristian to watch Blue Valentine for Valentine's Day. That's a brilliant film. Blue Valentines. That's a brilliant film.
Okay, chat. A suggestion: do not show Blue Valentine to a date for Valentine's. Okay.
I mean, I'm marrying her, so maybe it did work.
No, please.
Yeah, it's a fantastic film. Jokes aside, like Blue Valentine is fantastic. And Roman Holiday is also a very good film, by the way.
Yes,
very good film. Anyways, shall we get into it?
Blue Valentine is a very solid film. Yes, you're right.
Serious.
Yes.
Beautifully shot. So, viewers and listeners, by the way, 8 viewers on YouTube. I don't know, Franco, how many viewers there's on Twitch.
Let's check. 4 viewers. Nice. 4
say
viewers
hello,
on Twitch.
Dear viewers and listeners. Let us know in the chat what you've been watching in the past week or so. Let us know. We'd love to hear. What happened, Franco?
Because Spiffy Jaggin said trauma bonding. A good one.
True. And also like and subscribe, viewers and listeners.
Yes.
It's all on YouTube. It doesn't cost a penny to subscribe. On Twitch, it's a different story.
Yeah, on Twitch, if you want to avoid the ads, consider subscribing or gifting us up. It's $6 a month or for free via Twitch Prime. And the elite in Italy, the ads are the enemy. So remember, I want to cultivate an ad-free community.
Yeah,
all right,
and support the creators, which always helps.
Again, and like I said, if you want to avoid the ads and continue watching, you can log into the YouTube as well, or keep them both open.
Keep them both
exactly.
Support us.
All right.
Support the creators. So, viewers and listeners, today we've got not a lot of topics, but we do have one big one. The BAFTAs came out last night. So we got BAFTAs 2025 to talk about. We've got The Gorge to review, which Franco watched as well. And I went to watch Captain America Brave New World, which I will review later on as well. Yeah, we can get
sorry, I betrayed you, brother. I betrayed you.
Ryan came to watch it with me, and my dad came to watch it with me, so it was fine. I had support. My dad hated it. Jeez, my dad hated it. And when my dad doesn't really like Harrison Ford. He dislikes Harrison Ford. But when my dad says Harrison Ford is the best thing out of a film, that really shows you how much he hates a film. I love Harrison Ford, by the way, if anyone's going to jump on me. I love Harrison Ford.
No, Harrison Ford is great. Harrison Ford is great. By the way, I have to say something which surprised me a lot. My father loves Kanko on Life. He loves Philomena Kank. It's nice. He said, I haven't loved in ages, he said. And he's watching now Kank on, what was it? I think Kank on Earth, and now he's watching, he went Kank on Life, and then he went watching Kank on Earth.
Nice.
Yes.
And my dad loves Mo. Have you watched Mo on Netflix, Franco?
Mo, not yet, but many people said it's very good.
Very watchable.
I think I'll be watching Severance. Now yes. I need my Severance fix.
Yes. So let's get into it. Time to talk about the BAFTAs awards.
I'm
season
blind.
Is really heating up. I'm
All
blind as well. I have not seen anything, so this is like the first
all I know,
reaction.
all I know, Mikey Madison. What a beautiful woman, Madonna.
She is,
Sorry,
she is,
I
she
have to
is.
say, my Mediterranean comes out. Madonna Maria Maron.
Indeed, indeed. So we can skip these two because we have not. I'm guessing, Franco, I haven't watched the British short films.
No.
Special visual effect. Yeah,
I should watch more short movies.
I
actually,
should as well.
because
I should as well. True.
Can we do a quick shout out to Indie Doc, please? So
Yes.
guys,
Yes,
I,
definitely.
especially for you who like movies but haven't seen a single Maltese movie, this website is doing a great thing by curating all Maltese short movies. You'll see some of mine as well, and so please consider supporting us. We're a small community of filmmakers. I highly recommend this. This was so great. This was
Really
so
well
great.
made, really well produced. Short, the World War One,
Yeah.
World War Two. Sorry, short. Really, really well
Yeah.
produced. Impressive stuff. So seeing it,
So
Yeah.
good.
and all of
I
these are
think
really well done. Like there's some
Yes.
fantastic shorts here. Yeah, good
So-
stuff. Good stuff.
So
Especially, I heard this one is quite good. This called
Next.
hashtag sale searching. I heard it's quite.
uh,
decent.
that's mine, guys. I mean, it's okay.
So
Anyway.
I had to fly
So-
down. So I'm gonna skim through these because we've been talking about them for quite a while. But I'm happy to see Dune winning best special visual effects. I'd be happy with Dune winning it. I'd be happy with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes winning it. And Better Man. Interesting that Better Man got a shout out there. I still haven't watched it.
Better Man, I watched the again shout out Corridor Digital. Some great new additions coming up. Bruce Micalefeino, one of the persons responsible for the Indie Doc website. Welcome, and he's also a great director in
Go
his
Bruce,
own right.
Go Bruce. Go Bruce. Go Bruce.
Coming in. Yes, I saw the Corridor Crew Digital reacting to the special effects. Better Man has great special effects.
It does. It does.
Especially they were like the issue was that they had to do special effects and then over it lay a flare, a lens flare, and they're like, how the hell did they did it? And Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is just, oh my god, the water simulation, the hair simulation, like, they couldn't
Mind-blowing.
believe.
The hair simulation is. I turned to my parents because I watched it with my parents. I was like how the hair, like these have to be real apes. Like it cannot be. Like the hair moves too realistically, especially when they jump into the lake. It's ridiculous how good it is.
It's so good, and they showed a close up of the eye of this ape looking into I forgot if it was a microscope or not, but the expressiveness of the eye, it's
Yep.
insane how good it is. So I'd be happy as well if Kingdom of Planet of the
Yeah.
Apes gets it. They did say Wicked was great, and they did mention, guess who they mentioned?
The designer, the production designer.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like how good the production design was, and they said it was more about the production design rather than the special effects. Especially, they mentioned the tulips as well.
Yes, the tulips. The tulips are beautiful, but they're
Yep.
a little fucked as well because of. But we'll get into it because we're getting to production design
Yeah.
soon. Sound, Dune. I think Dune, without doubt, deserves
yeah.
best sound. Like everything about the sound design in Dune, I did a whole assignment about, and I focused quite a bit on sound and the sound design in Dune. And Dune Part 2, like everything about the sound design and all the work they went into creating the different sounds. I mean, if Dune doesn't win sound, I'm like, what are we talking about here? Like, end it now. The substance, getting makeup and hair, interesting. I think actually, I'd put that. I'd put Nosferatu. I'd put Dune and even Wicked. To be fair, I think they all can compete for makeup and hair. Yeah.
I mean, what's Emilia Perez doing there?
Yeah, Emilia Paris is the you know that meme of the soldiers and then there's a clown in the middle of the soldiers. That's Emilia Paris, especially this one.
Yeah. I mean, no, because Nosferatu and Wicked, yes, I would consider it. But Emilia Perez, like makeup and hair, maybe when the main actress was doing the cartel leader,
Yeah,
Could be. So.
could be. Yeah, to be fair, that's actually quite decent.
I'm sorry, to be honest, it looked like it was makeup. So anyway,
So
production
you were
design,
talking
Wicked.
about the
All
production
right.
design, Franco, Wicked. So I think I'd put it Wicked up. I mean, all of these can give a shout out to production design, like The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune, Nosferatu. They all have very strong production design. The sets in Nosferatu, like brilliant stuff, like absolutely
So
stunning.
Spiffy Dragon said, "I thought BAFTA wouldn't go along with Emilia Pirates." Hold your thought over there.
That's what that's exactly my thought as well. That's
Hold,
exactly my thought.
hold your thoughts, Spiffy Dragons.
Yeah. Like The Brutalist, some of the sets in The Brutalist and like the way it portrays the architecture. Actually, we'll get into that when we talk about cinematography. I'm guessing it got at least nominated for cinematography.
Brutalist. Yeah, I think so. I have yet to watch it because, excuse the pun, I know the runtime is brutal for Brutalist.
It is, indeed it is. And I mean, Dune Part 2, we don't need to really talk about that, right? And Conclave as well, really solidly designed.
Yes, yes.
It's interesting, Conclave getting editing. Have you watched Conclave, Franco?
Of course. Interesting.
What do you think about the editing in Conclave?
If anything, editing. There was this movie. What's inside. Let me check. But there was a Netflix movie recently, which is amazingly edited. It's What's Inside, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's What's Inside.
Okay. I was into. Yeah, I it was okay. Like the editing, yes, the editing. I'll give you that. The editing was fantastic.
But yes, no, yeah, it's a bit of a confusing movie. I give it that. But as far as editing goes, it was fucking amazing.
Yes. I'll give it that.
So I haven't seen Kneecap, and I would say that maybe Kneecap should have got it, judging by the energy that there was in that movie.
The Substance sounds. I would say The Substance is one of the best edited films this year. And
yeah. As well. Yeah, that's another movie. Like
The Substance flew by. Like that's a long film, and it flew by. Conclave, to be fair, also flew by. So I'd say it's a sharply edited film. I would say my favorite with regard to editing would be Anora. Like coming out of Anora, my big highlight was the direction and the editing. The editing which by the way, I believe Sean Baker did the editing for that film as well.
Okay.
But like the highlight for me was the editing. This film flows so beautifully. Anora like flows amazingly.
Yeah, there wasn't like I'm known. Conclave seems so overrated. No, Bruce.
Oh no, Bruce.
I understand what he's saying because he wasn't totally convinced about the ending. But it's
so
not
was I.
overrated.
The ending. I understand Bruce's issues with the ending because I had a few issues with the ending as well. But up to like the final moment, I was in, and hell was I in. I think Edward Berger is a fantastic director. Like
I enjoyed it. And Anora, you're right. Usually I'm known. So for the guys on Twitch, I'm known as Edward Scissorhands because I always say this movie needs some cutting. Anora didn't need cutting. It flowed perfectly, and you don't feel it's a long movie as well, like 2 hours 30s or 2 hours.
I don't remember, but yeah, it's not on the longer side. Definitely on the longer side.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's that for sure.
1 second, Franco, because my headphones suddenly messed up.
Costume design in the meantime. So it's fine, but it's...
Yeah, go ahead, Franco, sorry.
Because Bruce commented, it's fine, but it's got a load of nominations. I mean, I love Isabella Rossellini, but did she deserve a Best Supporting Actress nomination? She's barely in it. We had that discussion last episode, Filfat, with Jan Manjon.
I'm going to disagree here, Bruce. I don't know, Franco, what you think about this, but I think Isabella Rossellini gives a true supporting actress. Why? Because I am tired of having roles like the Kieran Culkin role in I forgot what film he's in.
A Real Pain.
In A Real Pain, where he's basically a main character. It's not a supporting actor role. That's a main role in the film. Isabella Rossellini, you see her for a few minutes, she kicks ass, she completely dominates the screen, like when she calls out the different cardinals. Like, that is a brilliant scene. And completely dominates the screen, impactful, has an impact on the plot, and that's it. That for me, that is, I mean, not every supporting actor or actress has to have that kind of role, but I think that is like what I would expect out of a supporting actress who really stands out in a film. For me, of course. What do you think, Franco?
But I am on the side of like I'm not totally convinced about her being a supporting actress because I'm on the side of Bruce here. She's barely in it. So and then have some people being ditched for so there's that for me. But again, like at least she shines. Like you said, she shines in the moments where she's in it. So there's that.
By the way, Franco, hello to all the 9 viewers. Hope you are all doing well. Join us in the conversation. We're currently talking about the BAFTAs. We've reached the costume design, which we're going to discuss Wicked now. What do you think, Franco, about Wicked? Getting costume design? I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It deserves it. I mean, again, I haven't watched Wicked myself, so
Complete Unknown not getting a lot of love. Interesting.
Poor Chalamet. So Miskin.
There we are. Told you The Brutalist would be nominated for cinematography.
Oh, cinematography.
There's some beautiful shots in The Brutalist. Like there are some really beautiful shots, like the wide shots. What do you know? What camera he used for The Brutalist, Franco?
All I know is what kind of film they use it, and they called it Vista Vision. So
70 millimeter. It's a 70.
Yeah. So it does have quite a big scope as well.
Yeah.
And speaking of intermissions, like where there's built-in intermissions, there's an ad starting on Twitch, which starts in 3 minutes. So get ready, guys. So consider subscribing. You know the drill. It's $6 a month or for free via Twitch Prime. Consider gifting as well to avoid those ads. And Bruce coming in again, hot. Even Conclave getting a nod for costume design. They're just wearing their liturgical vestments. But come on, they were zesty, Bruce.
They're zesty.
Those they're very zesty. Those fits, man.
It looks good. Conclave looks really good. Like sleek, like really beautifully produced, well shot. I'm happy it got a nomination for cinematography as well. I think it's a strong film, Conclave.
But hold on a second. Was Nosferatu nominated for costume design?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Because Nosferatu would be much more, considering it's a bit of a costume period piece. I would agree then with Bruce.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, again, for cinematography, I think minus Emilia Perez, we can agree on all 4 of these. Right?
Yes.
Nosferatu's. And I'm happy Nosferatu's getting some love on the technical side of things. I'm really happy about that. Because I was worried Nosferatu was going to be completely ignored in the award season.
No. Well, I think just in time. Just in
time. Casting. Interesting, this one. Honora, the Apprentice, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Kneecap.
Oh. Conclave over Dune for costume. Come on, sorry to sound like a Conclave hater. It's a perfectly fine move.
If we're having that discussion, I would say remove Blitz then in that case. The Steve McQueen film. I hated Blitz. I really did not like it.
Blitz. I don't know why Blitz is there. We've seen World War II movies. Dune being what is it? Not considered for costume design. Yes, I would agree. Yeah, I would change Blitz.
Yeah. So we've got casting: Honora, The Apprentice, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Kneecap. I'd say with regard to casting, there's some missing films here for casting. It's like The Apprentice had very strong casting. I think I would go with The Apprentice with regard to casting. Conclave was also very well cast as well. What do you think?
But even Honora. Honora is like Like I cannot imagine the characters being anybody else right now.
But if we're going to focus like specifically on casting, again, I'm happy to see it nominated at least. The Apprentice there getting some love. But I'd give it to The Apprentice if it was up to me to decide which of these films is just specifically best cast. Anora is a better film than The Apprentice. Let's get it right.
Yeah. Yes. It is. It is. I understand because yes, Sebastian Stan does a great job.
Yeah.
Plus, there's Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong also was brilliant. Original score, The Brutalist getting the win. Interesting. I liked the score. Yeah, I have to listen to it. I have to listen to the Brutalist score. And Edward Berger always has a great score, Astra, in his films. Edward Berger
it's something
has some great scores.
That didn't hit with me, Istria Conclave. You remember me telling you, right?
The score?
The Conclave score was was okay for me.
I loved it. I think I had mentioned it in my review as well. It has really stuck out for me. This score. It was powerful, really pushed the narrative for me, created the tension as well. I liked it. Emilia Per, whatever. Nosferatu. What was I don't remember the score for Nosferatu. It wasn't really
me neither. Neither.
I have to listen to it because it's not sticking out for me. And The Wild Robot had a fantastic score. Yeah, The Wild Robot was great. Really great music. Maria Isabella for Rising. Mikey Madison not taking Rising Star. Damn. David Johnson. Who's David Johnson? Madonna.
No, but wait. But Mikey Madison wants something else. Actually.
Yes. David Johnson was in Blitz.
The
right?
No, but he was also in Alien. The android.
Oh, he was the android in Alien. Yes. Yes, he was good. He was very good. He was my highlight for that film. He was very much my highlight for that film. No, sorry, he wasn't. I thought he was the kid in Blitz for a second there. No. He's the android in Alien Romulus. No, he was my highlight for that film. Apart from the
watch him and Rye Lane. I keep fighting for that movie. Rye Lane.
Okay, Dom. Yeah. Adapted screenplay Conclave. So that's competing with No Dune Part 2 in adapted screenplay. Wow. Nickel Boys, Sing Sing. Sing Sing is so good. It's not getting any love.
Listen, Bruce, if you're saying like their number of nominations, fucking Emilia Perez, man. Madonna.
Well, that's the issue here. Again, I'm saying this as someone who did not hate Emilia Perez. I thought it was fine. I was a little less.
But
than
it's
fine,
not.
but
It's not. I mean, even when you go fine, it's not Oscar worthy if Jill Madonna, ta.
100%.
No. Bruce. I kept quiet, but I saw it. I did not finish it. And you know where I stand on certain political issues, and it has nothing to do with the political issues. It's a badly made film. It is a badly made film. I always say this: remove this storyline. Spiffy Juggins. Really, Emilia Perez. I think you forgot /S.
yeah.
This is how I see it. Remove the thorny issues of a movie and see if it still works.
Yep.
Fine it. He's telling to you, Andrea. Fine is generous. I told him that. I told him he was generous.
I'm gonna be honest.
He gave it a 3.5.
I gave it a 3.5. I don't regret it. Well, I can't. No, I don't regret it. I mean those were my thoughts. I watched it on the day it came out. Like the day it came out on Netflix, I watched it. This was before all of the hate trains that have started. I thought it was a fine film. Like I thought some of the thriller elements worked. I thought some of the songs worked. Some of the songs were horrible. I thought the performance by what's her name, Avatar actress,
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana was good. I thought she was a good performance. She who must not be named also I thought gave a pretty good performance as well.
So something Gabriela
Carla Sofia.
Sofia Garzon, yeah. Zoe Saldana, I really feel sorry for her because she did this, and even with Nina Simone, like she's she's underrated, I feel like.
She's very underrated, and I
She's
believe she's
underrated.
underrated because she's in many of these like Avatar and Marvel films, and I think her actual skills, like with drama, are really really not seen at all by producers
Yeah,
in
no,
Hollywood.
no.
Like she's a capable
Listen,
actress.
Zoe, I know you tuned in to this podcast. Please fire your agent.
Yeah. To be fair,
Zoe Saldana.
no. I think her agent is making her a shit ton of money. Let's be honest. Avatar and Guardians of the Galaxy.
That yes, but then you go for Emilia Perez and Nina Simone
Yes,
biography.
yes,
Come
yes,
on,
yes,
give
yes, yes,
her. I think she will have a beater role that will say,
yes,
okay,
yes. She's too talented not to have that.
Exactly.
So adapted screenplay, Conclave getting it. I really want to read the book, the Conclave book. I find
Nosferatu
the
was
time.
a brilliant adapted screenplay.
Yes.
Yeah.
As
is,
a
it is.
Dracula adapt, can Nosferatu be listed as an adapted? Isn't there the whole issue with the courts of the original Nosferatu? How does that? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, because
The original
it is based.
Nosferatu, they ended up in court, taken to court by Bram Stoker, by the Bram Stoker family, and the Nosferatu Murnau basically lost the court case, and had to pay money because it was clear they were clearly like taking the story directly from Dracula, right, from Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I don't see Nosferatu as a great Dracula adaptation. I'm going to be honest, because the Dracula elements were the parts I liked the least in the film. Me personally, it might be an unpopular opinion. The voice I did not like at all. But like atmosphere, cinematography, beautiful. The lighting was wow. Some of the best I've seen all year. Original screenplay, A Real Pain getting. I don't agree with this at all. I like The Real Pain, but I didn't love it. I would say Honora, The Brutalist,
the substance.
the substance screenplay.
Wait. Honora, you're right. Because the substance takes lots. It's a remix. She does a Tarantino. I'm not, and this is not it sounds like a backhanded compliment, but she remixes lots of elements.
Yes. It's a love story
But
to a lot of horror films, for example.
Yeah. Like Shining, Psycho,
Yes.
David Lynch as well with the mouth.
And lots of the classic horror films like The Hollow Man and Frankenstein.
Yes.
Lots of
Yes,
nods
yes,
to those.
yes.
Even a nod to Hitchcock as well with the Vertigo music.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes. So I mean, again, the fact that she took all these like references and created a fantastic story out of it. Hats off to
Yes, for sure.
what's the name of the director? Madonna. Her name is
Coralie
Fargi. Yeah. Hats off to her. But I'd say focusing on originality, I think Honora has to take it here with regard to this and how funny that screenplay was, man. Funny, hilarious, but when it gets serious, it like hits hard. That's a really powerful. That's the kind of screenplay I want to read, to be honest, and to learn out of it.
Kensuke's Kingdom. That's interesting.
I have only watched The Wild Robot. I still have to watch Flow, man.
How British. What a British choice.
What a synchronic. To be fair, I've heard it's actually very good. I've heard it's very good. Jan mentioned it's really good.
Yes. He likes Wallace and Gromit as well, but it's a
and
very
it takes
British
animated
choice.
as well. But yeah, very British choice. Of course.
It's very British choice.
Have you watched any of these documentaries, Franco?
No Other Land, if I'm not mistaken. No other is No Other Land the Ukrainian one?
I don't know. Let me look it up. No Other Land.
Let me check.
No, it's the
the Palestinian one. The Palestinian one.
Two Palestinians and two Israelis. I made this. I had read about it on.
They went for the safe choice then, most probably.
The Superman one. They went for Superman. Yeah, I think that's the safe choice.
the very safe choice.
Medicinema, the British charity dedicated to improving the well-being of patients in NHS hospitals. Fair enough. Film not in the English language. Emilia Perez takes that. I would say The Seed of the Sacred Fig is a far, far, far superior film to
And you
Emilia
haven't
Paris.
seen, you haven't seen. Oh, they did it. They did them dirty as well. Kneecap. They did them dirty because it's in Irish,
Ah, yeah, I have not
and
watched recaps. No, I have not. Hello,
so
Free
this is
Swiggly in
just
the YouTube chat as well. This is just wild.
this is just wild. What is wild? Wild MC. Sorry. Yeah,
Free Swiggly, if you can
I
tell us specifically what you're referring to, please, because obviously the chat would be a little late. Oh, Emilia Paris. Yeah.
Emilia Perez.
Oh, yeah, Emilia Paris winning film, not in the English language. If you've watched The Seed of
I
the
mean,
Sacred Fig, Free Swiggly, you'll know like it's such a superior film, like on every level. Like, and it touches on, it also touches on really important like thematic issues. Seed of the Sacred Fig.
I have to see it, but I think I do like the director as well. It's
It's a
in my
powerful
to watch
Iranian
it.
film, very powerful Iranian film. I'm Still Here is coming out very soon, in a week or so, I believe, at Malta. So we'll get to see
All
that.
right,
That's a Brazilian film, I
and that's
believe.
yeah, and that's also even though we said no politic here, that's about the disappearances during the Brazilian
Ah,
dictatorship as well.
okay,
Huh?
all right.
So it's very interesting.
And I have to find the time to watch All We Imagine as Light. Looks like a great film as well.
Indian, yeah, an
Yeah,
Indian
Indian
movie.
film.
So
Yeah,
there's that.
yeah. But Emilia
All right.
Paris takes the win. Uh,
And because it's in Mexican, no. Sorry,
no
no
politics.
politics.
This I cannot talk about because I have not watched any of these except for
All
Monkey Man.
right, all right, all right.
Monkey Man getting
Kneecap.
nominated.
Okay, okay. But they did them dirty, not in the English language. Jesus.
Warwick Davis taking BAFTA Fellowship. I don't know what BAFTA Fellowship is.
Hmm.
Brady Corbet taking Best Director for The Brutalist. Fair enough. I think The Brutalist is a brilliantly directed film.
Yeah,
Very big
but
cast, epic in scale, beautifully shot. I think the direction, especially with the actors, was fantastic. Even the blocking of the scenes was really well done. So I'd say The Brutalist deserves this. I would have been very happy with the Denis Villeneuve win as well. I think Dune Part 2
has
is a brilliantly
has he
directed
won?
film.
Has he won an
He
Oscar?
has
Denis
not.
Villeneuve,
He has
or
not. He has not. He has not. Don't don't make me angry,
sorry.
or I start to turn red like Harrison Ford.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Actually, I would have been happy with all of these. Like Coralie Fargi directs the hell out of The Substance. I think Edward Berger also does a fantastic job with Conclave, and we've spoken a lot about Sean Baker and Honor. So I would have been happy with all of them. I think they all deserve their shout out for director. Supporting actor, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Again, Kieran Culkin, love the guy, enjoyed The Real Pain. He's a standout in The Real Pain, fair enough.
Ooh,
But
flashbang. Sorry. Oh my God.
we're going in the future or back in time?
No, I'm seeing. No, he was always nominated, never won. I'm
Yeah.
seeing the Academy Awards.
Yeah. But unfortunate. I mean, to be fair, I would say which of these do I think is was the best performance? No, man, I have to shout out my man Jeremy Strong for his role in The Apprentice. That Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. That's a real supporting actor role for me because he doesn't take over the film. Kieran Culkin takes over the film, A Real Pain. Like Kieran Culkin is the main focus for
He's
me
a main actor.
of the
Mala.
film. And it's a good performance. It's a very good performance. But Jeremy Strong, for example, in The Apprentice.
You're a Borisov as well.
I was going to mention,
Borisov.
Yura Borisov and Honora. Clarence Macklin, who is fantastic. If you haven't watched Sing Sing, please do. And Clarence Macklin gives such a heart-wrenching performance in Sing Sing. That was one of the closest I've been to crying. Edward Norton is also very good in A Complete Unknown. I don't think it's supporting actor winner, worthy performance, but very strong performance as well, Edward Norton. Very emotional as well in that. Supporting actress, Zoe Saldana getting the win for Emilia Paris, which to be fair, that was my highlight for Emilia Paris. I really enjoyed Zoe Saldana, but I would have rather seen, if it was up to me, I would have gone, Felicity Jones is fantastic in The Brutalist. I would have gone either with Felicity Jones or with Isabella Rossellini. Maybe you'll tell me it's too small of a role. Okay, I would then go for Felicity Jones then, in that case, in The Brutalist.
I haven't seen The Last Showgirl yet. So The Last Showgirl has Pamela Anderson and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, neither have I.
Guys, do check out the Criterion Closet pics of Pamela Anderson.
Oh
because
my God.
Her picks are amazing, man.
Amazing. I did not know her game. Man, I did not know her game.
Power levels. She revealed her power levels,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. She is a cinephile. She's a bigger cinephile than I am.
And I
Holy
am.
shit,
True.
she knows her shit. Leading actor, Adrian Brody taking it for The Brutalist. Ooh, okay. This is a tough one.
It is a tough one, eh? So
I think it has to go to Adrian Brody. I know the whole controversy, the AI controversy. I think it's the best performance out of this list. Although I really did love Timothée Chalamet in A Complete Unknown. I really
he sings
did.
as well,
He
right?
sings, he does all the singing. Adam Driver in Megalopolis.
Sorry.
Adam Driver in Megalopolis. Oh my god.
Yo, best club.
Madonna. Yeah, but I'd think it's a toss-up between Timothée Chalamet and Adrian Brody. I think Ralph Fiennes is also in the fight as well. But if it was up to me, I'd put it up between Timothée Chalamet and Adrian Brody. I think I'd give the edge to Timothée Chalamet. He's just his singing and his like aura. I'm sorry to use a very Zoomer word, but it's true. His aura, the aura he has, is just pure Bob Dylan, like in that film. Like it's like they took Bob Dylan and brought him back into 2025. Like I was not seeing Chalamet, I was seeing Bob Dylan in that film. But definitely also very well deserved, mind you. Adrian Brody has some really powerful moments in The Brutalist.
Imagine in the next Dune he goes into Bob Dylan mode, like Austin Butler.
He does an Austin Butler.
Uh,
Leading actress. Yeah.
I'm the Messiah.
Yeah. Franco, this is a really tough one for me because these are two of my favorite. I mean, right now, I love Demi Moore and I love Mikey Madison. Like,
Yes,
how
yeah.
can you choose between the two? It's such a tough choice, man. It's such a tough choice. I'm happy to see Serge Ronan nominated because she deserved the nomination
and
for the outrun.
Marianne Jean-Baptiste, because I saw the trailer and it's also on my watch list. Hard Truths is also a great. I'm looking forward to watching it.
Yeah.
Marianne Jean-Baptiste, Hard Truths is the latest movie by Mike Lee. What a fantastic!
I haven't watched it, so I can't comment about it. But Mike Lee is a fantastic director.
Did you go to his talk in when he was in Malta?
No, I couldn't. Unfortunately,
Yeah, so,
I had something that day.
Yeah, I look forward to watching it, and because Marianne Jean-Baptiste plays a woman who's very like she's depressed and antisocial,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, definitely need to
I
find
think
time
she
to watch
does
it.
she does carry the movie. So there's that.
So outstanding British film, Conclave taking it.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Yeah,
Oh,
getting
yeah.
some love. It's nominated though.
Yeah.
It's nominated, so I'll give it that.
Happy
Happy?
Gladiator 2.
Is that a British film?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's without doubt Conclave taking it here.
I mean, directed. I don't understand certain stuff. Directed by a German director, and then getting based in Italy also.
Yeah.
With
It's the
with
production.
the
It's the production team. No, not the production team. Sorry, the producers of the film. I would imagine making it a British film.
even Love Lies Bleeding. But then again, Love Lies Bleeding. Like the director is Rose Glass. Yeah.
Yes,
she's.
And Conclave also taking best film, competing with Anora, The Brutalist, The Complete Unknown, and Emilia Paris.
No, Anora, please. Anora or The Brutalist, at least.
And this is really tough. Like, I would put Conclave, Anora, and The Brutalist on more or less the same level, in my opinion. This is really tough.
No,
This is really tough.
Anora, and The Brute. I feel at least Anora, because I only seen Anora. Anora does edge over Conclave. I have to admit.
Because it's such different topics, such different teams, like such different. It's so hard to compare.
But then again, we all agree over here that the ending was a bit iffy of Conclave. Anora, the ending was just everything was perfect, and the ending hit. There was no one who said that the ending was bad. So I feel Anora edges here.
Fair enough.
I haven't seen saying this without having seen The Brutalist as well. So there's that.
Because Anora, I did enjoy Anora. Sorry, Franco, can you hear me right now? Because my audio went
Yes,
off.
yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, I can hear you.
Because Anora, I enjoyed, I liked a lot. I don't think I loved Anora. And I really can't put my finger down on what didn't like fully push me to a 5 out of 5 film. For me, it was more of on the lines of 4.5 out of 5. But the thing is, neither is Conclave, and neither is The Brutalist, and neither is A Complete Unknown. We don't mention Emilia Perez. A 5 out of 5 film for me. So that's why it becomes really tough for me. I'm just gonna have a quick look at my list last year. Dune is my number 1. The Substance is my number 2. Wait, The Substance is not on this list. Oh shit!
Exactly. Emilia Perez. What the fuck is Emilia Perez doing there?
and Conclave is my number 5. Conclave is my number 5. Then Zone of Interest, Furiosa, Promised Land. Those aren't in the running. And Honora then is number 9. So yeah. And The Complete Unknown is in my 2025 list, of course. So Complete Unknown isn't in this list. But A Complete Unknown. What did I give A Complete Unknown? A Complete Unknown. I think I gave that a 4 out of 5, I believe. Yeah, a 4 out of 5. So I think, sticking to my ratings, I think I would go Conclave, Anora, or The Brutalist, and then A Complete Unknown. I think Anora and The Brutalist are too close for me to choose. I'm finding it really hard to choose between Anora and The Brutalist, but I do think I enjoyed Conclave just a bit more than Anora and The Brutalist. I think The Brutalist, probably what puts it down a bit is the length. That's like the one major thing, and some of the pacing in the films. There were moments where I felt the pacing did lag just a little bit. But on the other hand, it is an epic film. It is a beautifully epic film. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. But yeah. So for you, Franco, it's Anora, right?
Yeah, and again, haven't seen The Brutalist and The Complete Unknown, so there's that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
that's it. That's it for the BAFTA.
That's it for the BAFTAs. After the BAFTAs, I would say that the biggest winner, obviously, is Conclave. Out of it, of course. The Conclave won 4. The Brutalist won 4. Wicked, Emilia Perez, Anora, Dune Part 2, Real Pain, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, 1 to each. So I'd say post BAFTA, I would say look at Conclave, but Conclave is also a British film. So obviously at the BAFTAs, Conclave is going to be favored. Let's say favored.
I think they're gonna go for Emilia Perez to give it to the Trump presidency, which is so fucking. Anyway, but that's my theory. There's just a theory, a film theory. And next scene, please.
Yeah. So, shall we get into the reviews, Franco? And do you want to start?
Vamos.
I'm going to really quickly get through Captain America. I don't have much to say. So I'll really fly through Captain because it's 9:30 and I wanted to end at 9:30. So I'll really fly through Captain America. And then we can have a couple of minutes to talk about the Gorge very quickly. But Captain America, Brave New World. Actually, I'm going to bring up IMDb because if I show my letterboxd, I will show my review and spoil the whole review. Not that there's much to spoil, to be honest. The whole film has been shown in the trailer. No it's a real pity because the one big good thing that Captain America had, and I'm just going to start off right away and say it, the one good thing about this film, I completely agree with my dad, is Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford is great in this. He gives his character, to be fair, is the one which has the best character arc as well. Unfortunately, Captain America has nothing with regard to character development, nothing with regard to an arc. We don't see him learn anything. We don't see him develop. He's just basically the same character he was at the start. Still funny, still quippy, still going, yeah, come on, I can do this whole day. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm Captain America.
But he looks like, what's his name in The Boys? Speed.
Yeah, the Speed guy.
Hey, la,
the
man.
Flash. No,
I'm just
not the Flash.
Not
the
the
Flash
Flash.
guy and the boys.
A-Train.
A-Train.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, he looks a lot like A-Train, especially with those glasses.
Yeah. But Harrison Ford really gives a very good performance in Captain America: Brave New World. Anthony Mackie is okay. I mean, has a couple of funny moments in the film. This actually was a very good scene. This was a shocking scene, something I did not see coming, to be honest. And I like the dynamic between the three of them. I really like the dynamic. That's probably the other highlight of the film, the dynamic between the three.
Can you go back to show the shield scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the way
Plasticky.
it is filmed.
It looks plasticky.
Yeah.
But yes, to talk about how it was shot, Franco, because that's something I wanted to mention. One of the big negatives of the film, unfortunately, is the way it's shot. Franco, you like to mention it a lot, the lack of depth in these kinds of films, and it's never been as evident as in this film. Like, it looks like it is a 2D, like, I know it's 2D, yes, obviously it's 2D on the screen, but it looks like the wall and Captain America are the same thing. There is a zero contrast, nothing to define the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. No depth, nothing. It just feels so bland. Everything is just the same color. Like you have a red shield, man. Make it stand out in the film. It's just so
you
bland.
can compare it. You can compare it to the way they're going for Thunderbolts, for example, because
Yes,
Thunderbolts has a very
lived-in feel. It feels like the explosions are actually happening. In this, every explosion looks CGI. Like, there are some moments where he flies. Okay, tell me, but how are they going to do the flying? There have been so many films where they've shown flying in a practical way. So, like Spider-Man, for example, the early 2000s Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. The jumping feels real. You can tell that the actor is actually jumping.
Of course.
In this, there was one scene where Captain America flies down, and it looks literally like a 2D, like a PlayStation 2 figure falling down. And then obviously it cuts to the actual actor, to Anthony Mackie, and it's so evident. It's so evident. This is a point. Like, even looking at these scenes, like, there's zero contrast between what the foreground and the background. Again, I think the story had some potential, because there is a semblance of a political thriller going on here. And like Andrea said in his review on Prickly Pears, he mentioned how there are some jabs at Trump. And yes, I can see some jabs at Trump going here and there. And if they expanded even more and just focused completely on Harrison Ford and his character, I think that would have worked. There are also a lot of subplots which are completely unnecessary and go nowhere. Completely nowhere. I can't really delve into too much detail because I'll literally give you the whole film, although the trailer does that well. Performances, apart from Harrison Ford and Anthony Mackie, Danny Ramirez is fine. Shira Haas, I don't know what I didn't like her performance at all. Felt very weak. Carl Lumbly is fine. He's very charismatic. Giancarlo Esposito, I'm sorry, but he needs to fire his agent. He has been so typecast, man. So typecast. It's ridiculous how typecast Giancarlo Esposito has been.
Sidewinder,
come on, man. Give us a different role. We know this role. We know this dark Latin American evil character. We've seen it 1,000 times. Give us something different, man. He's good. I don't know why he's wasting his talent on films like these. But yeah. Plot-wise, it's a little convoluted at times. It had potential, as I said, if they focused more on the political thriller element of it all, like Winter Soldier, for example. I think this could have been much better, but still poorly shot. Cinematography is very bland, little color, nothing exceptional about it. Harrison Ford stands out. Yeah, Franco.
I'm gonna say the poster looks better than the movie itself. I have to say that because the poster looks quite good.
Yeah, poster makes it look much better than it actually is.
Yeah.
To be honest. And the trailer made it look much better than it actually was. The trailer, as much as the trailer spoiled a lot of stuff, the editing for this trailer was really well done. I have to say.
No,
it.
but but I was already when I saw the special effects, I was already like,
Yes, yes.
this looks.
Yeah, but compare the special effects in this to special effects we see in films like Dune, and what I saw for Better Man, and what I saw in Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
It's just completely different story. Completely different story, right? Now, it's made a lot of money, so fair enough. It has definitely made a lot of money. It's made, I believe, around 190 million. But will it make up the 300 plus
Is it
million production? We'll
is
see.
it better than Craven?
No, it's definitely better than Craven. My rating for it was a 2.5 out of 5 because it does have some positives with Save It. And it is ultimately, I would say, it is a watchable film. I did not regret watching it. Still, it's not a good film.
So-
Let's put it that way. Franco, let's move on now to what I believe is a better film, The Gorge. What do you think?
The
about
Gorge. I haven't seen. I will see obviously Captain America when it's on streaming. I'm not. I will maybe try. Maybe once Fantastic Four First Steps and what's the other one? Thunderbolts come out. I will maybe give it a whirl because they look. At least they look as they're trying to be more lived in. Now, The Gorge. The Gorge was. I was looking forward to it. This is directed by Scott Derrickson, and it's about reading off the IMDb logline. Two highly trained operatives become close after being sent to protect opposite sides of a mysterious gorge. When an evil emerges, they must work together to survive what lies within. And I agree with you, Andrea, when you said in our private chat that this movie could have done away with its explanation. Fantastic Four's First Steps is gonna be bad, just a hunch.
That's the question,
Huh.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I mean, I watched the trailer. The trailer was not bad at all. I'm gonna say that. I did not think the trailer was bad at all. I think. Wait,
me
no.
neither.
Sorry, I'm talking about the Thunderbolts trailer. No. I'm talking about the Thunderbolts trailer. The Fantastic Four trailer was okay. I'll say okay. There was some stuff I didn't like, some stuff I was okay with. Okay. But the Thunderbolts trailer I really enjoyed, man. I'm so looking forward to that.
And Fritz Swigley is right. He said the Fantastic Four movie has really nice aesthetics, but I don't trust Marvel. It
Yeah.
does have nice aesthetics. True.
Yeah.
Especially not the AI poster though. That's all. Anyway.
The Gorge.
The Gorge. So you were right what you said about how it resolves the stuff. It becomes like a by the numbers military thriller. It looks washed out with the Fantastic Four. I mean, but it is in the 60s. Anyway, back to the Gorge. Speaking of lighting, this movie was very well lit.
Yes,
I feel like.
and very
Very well
creatively
lit.
lit as well. And did you notice the different colors representing the different
But,
emotions?
it bothered me, to be honest. Like for
Really?
example, when they go down into the gorge, because obviously they have to. There was some shots which I felt are needed. I like how they went from one section to another, but it's like why are those three sections to begin with? And I thought there was just one thing holding them together. Anyway, but I like the creature design a lot. The creature
Yes.
design was amazing. Like this,
Yes.
this as far as production design, great production design. You know what bothered me? The sound, man. I maybe I've become too accustomed to it, but they've definitely used noise reduction in certain scenes to the point that what I could tell. I could tell that they use the noise reduction because sometimes you hear the noise in the background while they're speaking, and then all of a sudden it cuts.
Okay.
It
All right.
it
Didn't bother me,
bothered.
but I wasn't paying attention to it, to be honest.
I don't know maybe if it's a setting in our sound system. Our sound system is great. I mean my father upgraded it, so it's great. Could be that it was the sound system, but it was bothering me a lot during the
Fair
during
enough.
the movie.
Mhm.
and it's very exposition heavy. Some Madonna's like, please show, don't tell. Like we know what's happening. Why are you saying what's happening? You know. And obviously, there's the touch of Scott Derrickson with the 8mm, as usual, when there was that exposition dump.
Yes, yes, yes.
And to be honest, it started off decently. So yeah, once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. Free Swiggly, trust me, and I've used noise reduction in my in my stuff as well. But I tried to hide it as well, you know, with certain sound design. It started off very promising, and I like that he went to try to make a romance
Yes.
a romance horror sci-fi,
Yes.
and it's very Lovecraftian. But sometimes it hits, sometimes it misses. So, like for example, there are some lines that were like, "Oh, I rolled my eyes by how cheesy they are."
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I know this was written by a guy, and he thinks he's being romantic.
What do you think the dynamic between the two, Franco?
Look, I feel another thing. Miles Teller is also an underused actor. He's got the physique,
Yeah.
and if you give him a good role, he can carry it.
I want to see him in a rom-com, man. I want to see him in a really good rom-com.
He was in a drama called, I forgot what it's called, but he has a good dramatic role. Sorry to interrupt. Not sorry to interrupt you. Let me see. But he is underutilized. Oh my God, flashback. Sorry. Miles Teller, because I went on Wikipedia to check the awards. Let me tell you which is.
But whilst you look it up, Franco, I'll just say probably my favorite aspect of the film, which is surprising because it is a sci-fi horror film, was the dynamic between the two. I think Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy, they play off each other well. I think even physically as well. Even physically as well, and the action sequences, I think they did some interesting work together. And the relationship that develops between the two is actually quite cute. It's actually quite a Valentine's film, because this came out on the 14th.
But it is cute. Yes, even Anya Taylor-Joy donning her Lithuanian, almost Russian accent.
Yeah.
Yes, it's called The Spectacular Now.
Okay.
But he was very young back then. Actually, 2013 we're talking about. So there's that. And I think he's underutilized because he's got the physique for action, and he can provide that, especially because he was in Top Gun as well. So
yes.
Maverick.
He's actually good, pretty good in Top Gun. Yeah, he had some of the more dramatic moments in the second Top Gun, to be fair. But what about the sci-fi elements, Franco? What do you think about that?
Let me say I was slightly disappointed because I was expecting something more supernatural to happen. In fact, I that's why I used the word Lovecraftian. You know, I wish they leaned more onto that rather than the sci-fi element. Obviously, I will try not to spoil a lot here. I mean, the world building was great, especially having like the Soviet side working with the American side.
Yes,
was great.
Yes.
But for example, that because it was really going towards the horror, and the fact that you see some characters that were referenced before, and see them like transformed. That's where it's like, oh, hold on, what's happening?
Yes.
And then the explanation really felt like.
And the final conflict was really, really disappointing. Like such a letdown.
Yes.
Such a letdown.
Yes.
And we see this, and I'm not gonna say anything, but if anyone has played one of these kind of like sci-fi games where at first you're fighting, like it's happened in Far Cry, in the old Far Cries, where at first you're fighting with these really fun, diverse style of enemies. And then suddenly you're fighting with like it's like such a disappointing way, which is a pity, because one of the best games ever made, Half-Life 2, did the opposite. Half-Life 2 starts you off fighting against humans, and midway through the game suddenly the tone completely changes.
It changes
into horror, where you start to fight those fucking monstrous things I keep on dreaming about. which fly at you. So Half-Life 2 did it the right way. That's the way you should do it. Don't start me off with these fantastical looking creatures and then have them fight drones. Like, who wants to fight drones? It's so bland and so boring. I mean, it's not really much to spoil again. It's it's such a bland and boring way to end a very creative film, in my opinion. Very disappointing.
Yes. He's won. Some stuff sticks, other stuff doesn't. But I appreciate that he's won. So it's not a movie like in Maltese. I say it's musharimi. It's not a rubbish film whatsoever. Because like I said, great tonality in the movie. I've never seen a movie use violet. You know, it's like it's a rare color that's being used, so that's nice. Production design, the horror elements, like there was a moment where he falls from the trees, like, god damn, that is terrible, you know. So there is that, but I wish he leaned more.
Definitely.
And you know what bothers me? You know what bothers me is like, and I said it's like, if I said in a moment, I said, if she does another mistake, I'm gonna lose it.
Why?
because I noticed, like, apparently he's all perfect and she is always fumbles. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's like, these are perfect. You're saying these are great operatives. Like, she leaves.
She's good. You can tell she's very talented as well.
Yeah. No. But one thing, who leaves the ammo next to the door? So that's one. Secondly, then when they were passing through that bridge, funnily enough, you know, who steps on this stuff? You know what I mean? It's like, and who gets captured? That's what I mean. You know?
Yeah. Fair enough. Overall, Franco, what rating would you give The Gorge?
I am between a 3 and a 3.5. I'm in between because it's not it's an enjoyable movie nonetheless. If you switch, you have to because I was watching of course I was watching it through a critical lens, and if you switch off, you'll love for sure you'll love the creature design. I haven't seen these creature designs since Annihilation.
Yeah.
And so there's that. Otherwise, 3.5.
Yep, solid
3.5.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 film. I give it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Probably if I had to review it now, maybe I'd give it a 3. But I would say if we had a 3.25, this would be it.
We don't. 3.25, exactly.
An exaggeration.
3.25.
But I always tend to lean towards the more positive because I'm trying to be more positive about my experience.
If anything, like I said, lighting and production design. For example, there was a great scene when they have guys. It's not a spoiler, of course. You see it over here that they meet because they're not supposed to meet.
They
make it. Yeah, exactly. And when they have their first date, the lighting was fucking amazing. With that sun.
Yes. So you can tell they put in a lot of effort in this kind of visual stuff. The CGI, again, sometimes a little wonky, sometimes a little off, but that's more a question of budget more than anything.
Look,
I can forgive a film like The Gorge having some wonky CGI.
Listen, certain moments I'm like, how the fuck did they do it?
Yeah.
Because when the monsters attack, there is some weight to it. Right? So it's like when they come and grab them, it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So
the gunfire felt punchy, Ostra. At least on my end, the gunfire, like when he's using that, like, I don't know what they call it, the 50 cal. That felt really punchy. Like that felt like I could feel my room shake when I was watching that scene. It's overall a well-produced film. It's a pity and not because again it's a streaming service and it's invested into this, so obviously it's going to release it on a streaming service. But if we got something like this in the cinema, I think enjoyment would actually be higher. Yeah, because watching this in the cinema is where it should be watched, right?
Yeah. This wasn't released on cinemas, which is a shame. It is a good cinema movie. It's popcorn. It's a popcorn
It's a
movie.
popcorn film, 100%. And I am all in for these kinds of popcorn films. I am more than happy to go watch something like this in the cinemas. Like monster horror or a romance between two really beautiful actors fighting over this, like you said, Franco Lovecraftian horror Gorge. Like, sign me up. I'm in. And I'm sure But yeah, it is the world we live in right now. Pointless complaining.
Yeah.
Pointless complaining.
Anyway.
So I give it a 3.5. Franco, you give it a 3.5 as well?
But let's go for 3. I'm going for 3. But it again, like I said, if you want something to switch off and bunch on some popcorn,
Yeah,
this is your movie.
well worth the watch. Yeah, so I think we can end the podcast here, Franco. Thank you to all the viewers and listeners.
Yes,
we
sir.
had tonight, at one point, we had just a few minutes ago, we had 11 viewers. So thank you so much to everyone
Nice.
for joining
you.
us on the podcast and on Franco's Twitch. Franco, I don't know if are you going to continue streaming?
No, I'm gonna send you over to J Marian. I hope it lets me, because the Twitch stream manager. Yeah, so the pages are responsive. God damn it! So
Unfortunate. Yeah, but thank you so
So we
much
have
to everyone for joining us. It was a very good podcast. Good to be back on the grind. I love this. I love coming on the podcast.
what's coming out? What's coming out next week?
I was just checking out on Eden before. Nothing much, unfortunately. Nothing much. Looking at the coming soon. We've got coming soon. We've got Love Hurts. Oh, that looks awful. I watched the trailer. Bridget Jones. Maybe Tricien will force me to go watch this. Maybe.
No, thank you, Free Squiggly, for participating in the chat,
Yes,
and
thank
I
you
hope
very
to
much,
see you more.
Free Swiggly. Thanks to have you. Great to have you on the podcast. And hopefully we'll see you next week if you have the time, of course. Join us. We'll be talking about... Well, next week we've got Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. If I go watch this with Tricien, I don't know if I will. The Monkey then comes out the week after. The Monkey comes out the week after. I'm Still Here comes out the week after. William Tell. Oh yeah, I watched the trailer for this.
The monkey looks like a horror Bugs Bunny, man. By the slapstick horror. There's some slapstick horror in it, and it's gonna be Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yes.
Things, it's like where you go like and you start and you're laughing by how ridiculous the kills are.
Yeah, Thanksgiving
think,
joins long legs, I would say.
Exactly. Anyway.
9th February, yeah, nothing much is coming out. 9th, 19th, 20th February.
See you, Ordinary Wookie. I'm gonna send you to J Marian right now.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna switch off myself.
Yeah. So thank you all, viewers and listeners. It's been a great time as always on the Ad Lib Podcast. I'm going to go watch White Lotus Season 3, Episode 1. Looking forward to that. And we'll see you all next week on the Ad Lib Podcast. Ciao, ciao.